to the side and back. My name is Tokika Uzuru, also known as Toki, and today's video is actually going to be another disclaimer video. Now, the reason why I decided to go ahead and make this week a disclaimer video is because my original idea for this week's video talked a lot more about signs that could be misconstrued as symptoms of some sort of health condition. And as someone that wants to try to educate people on this otherworldly spiritual path, I feel like it's my job to also point out that you should look into whether it's a health condition or not first, before you immediately jump to it's a spiritual sign. Then there's also the fact that I don't really feel all that well. I mean, I don't feel at my best right now. So right now I'm drinking ginger tea because always. And I actually have an orange candle lit right now, which is supposed to be helping me with keeping the same energy that I would usually have in my other videos. So this video specifically is like, it happened at the right moment and I just decided to go with it. So hi, there are 3 things that I would like to go ahead and point out before I continue with any of the signs that you are this type of spiritual person. And the first disclaimer I would like to give is always look at whether it's a physical or mental health condition first. When you look into things like how to know that you're going through a spiritual awakening, or how to figure out which clairsense you have, you end up seeing signs that could also be misconstrued as health conditions, such as ringing in the ears or visual or auditory hallucinations. These 2 specifically could be a multitude of like different physical or mental health conditions, which you should always make sure you get checked for, and all of the tests come back that you don't have these health conditions before you go to say that it's a spiritual sign. So that's the first one. Always check your physical and mental health first to make sure it's not one of those 2, which is what I said in my previous video. Number 2, take your health seriously, specifically when it comes to modern pharmaceutical medicines, such as like cold medicines or sleep medications. But this also goes into things like vaccines and other type of medications that are prescribed for you if you have certain types of physical or mental conditions. Mainly for those people who do have those specific health conditions and decide that taking those medications are keeping them from spiritually ascending, or any other type of government conspiracy that they decide to make up or continue to follow. As someone that wants to educate others on the spiritual path, I also want to make sure that we're all taking care of our physical, mental, and emotional health first before we ever think about spiritual. Because it's those 3 legs that hold up the tripod of health. And if one of them is out of whack, the entire thing is bound to fall. So now the third thing that I want to put as a disclaimer in this video specifically is that you can use the herbal remedies as well as any of the modern medications. And you shouldn't allow people to tell you that taking the modern medications are keeping you from spiritually ascending, or what I personally end up hearing a lot more often, being closer to God. I can make an entire video specifically on how it is wrong to try to gatekeep a religion by saying your medication is harming you more than helping you in that aspect. And although I am pointing out the toxic Christians that say this thing specifically, there are other people that are in different religions or that go down different spiritual paths that have the same sentiment, and that itself is dangerous. So to all of the people that try to go ahead and use that to get people to stop taking their medication, you're not helping. In fact, it's more of a harmful piece of advice when it comes to spirituality. So with that being said, it's now time for the stereotypical YouTuber outro, where I, as a stereotypical YouTuber, would ask you to do the following. If you like the context of this video specifically, or agree with the contents of this video specifically, you can go ahead and press the like button. If you are excited about the clairsenses or signs that you're going through a spiritual awakening, or pretty much any other video that I make that talks about the mystical, paranormal, magical side of life that no one really talks about, unless you somehow find your way there, or just my nature-based spiritual path that I personally call witchcraft, you can press the subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of when I post. Any questions, comments, concerns, or ideas for future videos can all go into the comment section below. And with that being said, my name is Toki Uzuru, also known as Toki, and this is Toki saying Toki out.